My name is Timo Stark. I'm working at the Chair of Food Chemistry and Molecular Sensory Science at the Technical University of Munich. Usually we are analyzing different food matrices, all kind of food stuff you could imagine. We are checking, searching for taste-active compounds mainly, but generally for bioactive compounds with different bioactivities. We are doing the identification, the quantitation of these compounds, developing methods for quantitation, doing the isolation and structure elucidation of all the compounds of interest. We have Waters equipment, for example the SYNAPT, also the Vion, the TQS mass spectrometers. So Waters, for example, the Vion instrument and the SYNAPT instrument has the ion mobility option. And we have seen now that, for example, the ion mobility separation gives a great opportunity in the context of an additional separation technique combined with the classical chromatography technique to have better peak performance, clearer mass spectra, and also provides structural information of the compounds. Generally, with mass spectrometry, you are generating lots of data, big data, and you need help, and the help is very good software. This was one reason, for example, years ago we thought about buying our first high-resolution mass spectrometer, and we decided to buy it from Waters because Waters not only provided the instrument, but also the software solution, which helps us to have a look into the data, to dig into the data, to be able to see what we want to see and to do it in an efficient and fast way. It's very important nowadays to have mass spectrometry as a tool for identification, quantification of compounds, but the mass spectrometer has to be robust, sensitive and reliable. So this is one very important option is the ion mobility separation, which offers, for example, Waters with the SYNAPT or the Vion instrument, which helps to identify compounds because we can measure the rotational average collision cross-section. And this is another very important characteristic of a compound. Not only accurate mass and fragments, maybe also retention time, but also this collision cross-sectional area, because this is independent from retention time and very robust. And we found out that some compounds show not only one CCS value, also, for example, 2 or 3, and we should use not only one CCS value, we should also use 2 or 3 CCS values as an additional parameter for the compound identification. And also, this is what we found out, and it's new, that you can calculate ratios between these CCS values and can use this ratio also as a parameter for compound identification, so that we end up in 5 dimensions for robust and reliable compound identification. And you just can see 1, 2 or 3 values if you use the ion mobility option, if you use the ion mobility separation. And this depends from the setup of the mass spec. Not every mass spectrometer has the ion mobility option. So this is an option, and if you use it, you have to look into your data. And sometimes it's nice to see several peaks, but you have to think what's behind the peaks. What does this mean if you have more peaks than one, several peaks? And therefore we made some investigations and found out in our case that these compounds are gas phase conformers, probably stabilized via hydrogen bondings, and therefore gives conformers into the gas phase. But we should use all these different informations of the conformers as additional parameters for the compound identification.